Yes, thanks Dwayne. Massive crowd here at the Adelaide Oval. So we see the Swans coming out on the ground. They're winless in 2014. And in fact, just 3 wins from their last 10 matches, taking into account the last part of 2013. Things getting a little desperate for the Swans, and they need to get back on track today. Massive crowd room here. The only spare seats I can see are actually up in the Mark Rasciuto stand.
Yeah, my family aren't here yet, Jace, but they'll be here shortly. But what a wonderful day for footy as we're joined by the Sydney Premiership coach, John Longmire. Welcome to the show, John.
G'day, boys.
Now, Horse, need to ask you, I know you're not prone to panic, but you must be a little concerned over the form of the last couple of weeks.
Well, we're sort of really concerned after round one. We didn't play very well at all against GWS. We thought we got back to a bit better form last week. What we didn't do was last the distance as far as our form continuing for the 4 quarters. And we thought that for probably 2.5 quarters last week, we played some pretty good football, but we've got to do it for longer, obviously.
What about the players themselves? What's their attitude been like throughout the week?
Their attitude's been pretty good. I mean, we get in and review the game like we always do. We look at the areas we did well. We did a few more of those a bit better last week. We look at the areas we can improve, and we get to work during the week and prepare for the Crows. I mean, they hit the front last week in the 3rd quarter as well, so we look at the Crows at their best.
What about the midfield, John? Looks like it's just dropped away a little bit in there over the last sort of 8 to 10 games. It's just not quite as successful with the hard ball gets and the clearances.
Yeah, it's probably, we look at what's happening this year, and we've got a bit of a change of personnel in there, which has been working for us at different times, and we'll continue to blood those type of players through that midfield group, and that's what we will continue to do, try and put pressure on the opposition, and then there's no doubt the battle is won or lost, most often in the midfield.
Yep. John, appreciate your time. Good luck today.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, John. Well.
Now, the Sydney Swans, just a couple of changes to them. They do lose Sam Reid and also Craig Bird, but LRT is actually an important inclusion for them, I think.
Absolutely. Flexibility amongst your players is critical. He can play back, he can play forward. He's a big game performer as well. We've seen that in grand finals, Jace, so expect him to play a big role.
Nice play.
Too many handballs, Jace, do you think? He should have kept running and went longer, or are you happy with it?
I think he just picked the easiest option. Mind you, he nearly missed it too for the second time in a row, Douglas. He had Jenkins clear, but good early signs from the Crows, handling the ball well.
Betts stayed down, Sloane stayed down, they could raffle it. The opening goal. He ran into Douglas, got away from him in the end, but it put some pressure on the kick. Jacobs, his hammers it clear in hope. Well read, Eddie, and the good spin. Little kick works. Sloane buffeted out of it. Eddie goes back in, kept his feet. Douglas, they're on here, Adelaide. Past target, Podge was missed though. The mark taken by Grundy. SA boy back home, a Modbury boy. Back to a ground he would have gone to as a kid many a time. O'Keefe. Okay, Lance Franklin on 50, and not on a bad side for a left footer, although we know he bends the ball the opposite way to most.
Well, it's in range as far as I'm concerned. He loves kicking them from this distance out. Jace, you've seen it more than us. He's 50-50 from here.
He's been the target of every kick going forward thus far. He's competed, he's worked hard, so he'll be blowing.
And that's everything Hawthorn didn't want him to be when he was there, wasn't it?
Could this tell the trend for the Swans this afternoon? Strikes it okay. Nobody does it better from that distance on the left than Lance Franklin. LRT, Smith.
Good kick.
Franklin comes up. The boos.
Not a great kick though.
Hardigan.
Can't kick it 80 metres, can you, Jace? But if he got it over the back, it was on. But
He's looking dangerous early though,
yep.
Franklin. He's moving well.
Plenty of space for him, isn't there?
Douglas. Podsy Adley. Clever palm down. Got it to right. Knew was there. Knew he couldn't mark. Now inside 50 to Sloane.
Oh.
Good grab. Stood his ground.
You won't see Rory Sloane duck his head or take a small step. He's as tough as they come.
And he plays on quickly.
Don't know that it's an easier kick. I mean, it's slightly closer, but on a little bit of an angle.
And Grigg. He's on the good side for a left footer though. He normally kicks left.
He's suggesting Sloane didn't want to take the shot route.
No, I'm trying to tell you he's a left footer, so it opens up the angle for him. Just trying to help you, Jace.
Oh, what's wrong with kicking it from directly in front though? I don't think it's an easier kick.
No, okay.
1,254 goals. Jason Dunstall, 3rd all time.
Good kick that left footer. He's very good.
Kennedy's had 5, Thompson's had 3. It'll be a good duel.
as this entire game has been so far. Franklin again the go-to man.
Gee, he had 15 metres on Talia. Talia just let him go out there.
McGlynn to where Franklin would like to be. Parker drops in the hole.
That's interesting, just looking at Talia's tactics there. It was virtually saying, if Franklin goes well outside 50, I'll let the players upfield put pressure on him, and he dropped back for where the kick was going to go. But that's
no
risky.
man's land, though, wasn't he,
He wasn't
Jason?
far enough back.
I think he knew he was done, and he just said, well, I hope he doesn't do too much here.
From 20 metres out, Parker levels the scores.
Just slows it down for a moment, Paddy Dangerfield. Maybe not a bad thing either.
Be pretty hot out there, Jace. We were feeling it just on Fox Footy. Imagine running around out there.
Greg dropped it. Thought he got one high. Kennedy to Pike. Manufactures a kick of some sort. Parker almost made it okay. Caught high. Maybe within range.
A little bit clumsy from Paddy Dangerfield, and Luke Parker certainly made the most of the contact as well. It's a chance to kick his second.
Kicking for the lead for the Swans. They have not led in this game so far. 18 minutes gone, tight opening term, match of the round.
Oof.
And for the first time today, the Sydney Swans are in front.
Well, at the moment, there's not a lot of confidence in just kicking it towards him.
Yanched long, big pack flies. Petrenko and Richard stay down. Little nudge.
Having said that, I mean, you've got to give Jenkins every chance. He's had two opportunities to kick goals in the last couple of minutes. If you kick straight, all of a sudden you're away. You get two in the first quarter. Your teammates' confidence rises in you. But you miss them both. It's amazing the difference it makes.
Jetta hasn't seen a lot of it yet. He wants to run. And now the space.
Waving everyone away. Gee, he could have gone inboard to Jack.
Nice kick, though. Cunningham runs to 40. This is great transition. Amazing stuff, Sydney Swans.
That was good run by Sydney. They took it on with the leg speed of Jetta. He was the one that set it up, and gee, that's dangerous. You see him at his best a couple of years ago where he'd just do the slingshot when that come into vogue. But look at this, he could have gone inside. There was an option in there for Jack. Didn't see it, went long, and fair enough too, because Rowan was on Big Sauce Jacobs. What's he doing back there? He shouldn't be the anchor player at all. It needs to be a more versatile, more flexible player, but he got caught out there and Sydney got the goal.
Biggest third of the game now for Sydney. Harry Cunningham. After it was set up by Jetta from the fence. A little bit of vintage Swans there. Parker, Hanbury, they've got their mojo back. Jack hammers it inside 50. Lewis Roberts Thompson thumps it down. Cunningham again. Same spot. Scintillating football. And no one's wild about Harry here. Two in a row.
Well, that was a brilliant goal to back up another good one before. Let's have a look at this again. This is as good as it gets from a half-forward flanker. Ball comes down, one bounce, got a bloke up his backside and twirls it back brilliantly. There's a very, very high chance of not nailing it. You have to actually kick the ball perfectly to bend it back from 50 metres out. And that is just brilliant. That is copybook. That was a bit like Cyril Rioli last night. I think it had more to do with the fact they're changing the rules quite regularly now. I can't keep up.
Laidler on Sloan. Crowd wanted a free kick. And McGlynn can line up, and this will hurt. If they go in at quarter time with a 4-goal lead, that will sting.
They'll start having flashbacks from the last couple of weeks, won't they? Noted goal kicker, equal with Buddy on 3 before the game. Been a good pick-up for Sydney.
To the boos. You'll hear some silence here. That looks good off the boot. Sydney Swans lead by 4 goals. And short, rampy, big punch away from Greg. Jetta. And now Shaw. Long bomb half forward. Flick down. O'Keefe, the shrug. Franklin, stand start, loads up. Jack's running back with a fly, gets there. for a 5-goal lead.
Outside the square, mate. Outside the square.
Co-captain Kieran Jack, now responsible for the carryover of the Sydney Swans culture. He's had a tough time the first couple of rounds in 2014.
Kieran, 1 metre here.
But right now, they are putting some huge doubt in the Adelaide Crows' minds, and their own confidence is growing big time, the Sydney Swans. 7 goals to 2. Calling the shots. Dangerfield, third man up. Kerridge back into traffic. Jacobs back to danger. Podsiadly running back to the square. He's got 3 to beat. Might beat them all. Later tried to wrap him up. Pod's got free. Hands it out. That looked too high on Grigg. He's got the goods. Oh, cool head. They've got Grigg not allowed to take the advantage there. Right goes to Grigg. Long left foot. Jenkins from 4 deep. Off hands. Douglas. That'll bring the house down.
Now we're going to go back and kick it.
It's all right.
Opens up the angle. Strikes it okay. It's drifting across the face. Pods. Just 1 goal so far in 2 games. It's getting loud in here. Shaw. Told to go by the umpire. He's got Mitchell, but he hits him.
It was the first time we saw Sydney stopped and have to go backwards and muck around with the footy. So some really good signs for the Adelaide Crows getting this game back on an even keel.
McVeigh from O'Keefe to Malcheski. The old firm combining.
Got Hanbury breaking long.
Hanbury on Dangerfield in a 1-on-1. Had too much speed there. To settle a few Sydney Swan nerves. That's Gold. Squeezes it inside the post.
There's players out this time, Bruce.
There you go.
Read
There's
your
your
mind,
explanation.
Rhino. Perfect.
Well, he knew that the players, like everyone at home, just wanted a little explanation. 24 minutes gone, second term. Some crucial minutes coming up. Grigg somehow to Yench where the umpire said a throw. Danger here for Adelaide. They've got the momentum. They don't have the lead, of course. Jetta floats it to Franklin. Not quite.
Gee, it had to be a free kick.
And is that play on to advantage? Mitchell had the shot. So Mitchell took the opportunity to have a shot, but the umpire's given Franklin the chance to go back and have his kick.
Always a grey area of the game, isn't it, the advantage free kick?
Umpire obviously deeming that his whistle blew at the same time that Mitchell was kicking, and Mitchell didn't know the free kick was going to be paid. But to the booze, Lance Franklin. Opens it up with the left, and against the run of play, he has edged that through in the shadows of half-time.
And just really making him pay up. They're going to stop him. You have to have about 2 or 3 blokes really jumping on him, and that's what you like your big blokes to do.
Try to go third man up there. And caught high, McKay, and that's the kind of cut. And a hush falls over Adelaide Oval. Every fan breathing in. They know how important this is. And the Crows have the early momentum in this second half. Jenkins comes up.
That's a great kick. That's a 60-metre kick.
That's Brodie Smith. I told you about him earlier on. He's got a long raking kick.
Gee, he had a good lead up.
McKay wants it. He's got some space.
Yeah,
He's going to kick it.
that's confidence.
Dangerfield. Good grab. Oh, and almost 50.
That'll be 50. That will be 50 for
The
a little.
crowd roaring here. They can sense it.
I reckon he might have done his ankle here, has he, or not?
And if Dangerfield is back for 2014, Adelaide might well be back as well. And again, as Jason and Mark Rashido have been telling you, Adelaide's favour, they keep holding them up. And here he is again on cue. Dangerfield. Dangerous though, goes to Jacobs. He's not the runner you want.
Good hands.
Inches. He might go all the way home here. This would be huge. Strikes it well. The biggest roar we've heard all afternoon. Both teams know the odds are against them if they start 0-3.
A lot of people had Sydney in the top 4. It's hard to get the top 4 from zipping 3.
Hammered off the deck. Kick around the body. Okay from Mitchell. More than okay. Amazing. Helped them stretch the lead to 30 points. Back into play. Right. Kennedy got his arms free. Looking for a handball option. Jack spins. Parker. Space. Well worked, Sydney. Against the flow. They've stolen 2 quick ones. McGlynn got it from Rampy. He's got Franklin in a one-on-one. Talia read it well. Oh, Jack got in the middle of them.
Courageous stuff.
Oh, they're both. Oh, that is ridiculous. No.
And the umpire's not letting him go on with it.
Well, he actually called play on the umpire, and then he said no. He was standing a metre or 2 ahead of where he took the mark, so he had to come back behind it. Because both Sydney players were so terrified about the hand pass to Franklin, they both went to Franklin, so he marks it right there, and then his momentum takes him a couple of steps forward. And see, they both go to cover Franklin, and he just takes off.
Didn't he take off from the point that he completed the mark at?
I reckon that was his momentum a step or 2 post where he actually completed the mark.
Can he kick it this far?
He'll take his best. He's going to hit the big heave-ho.
The co-captain for a nerve settler. Gee, that is a magnificent strike. That is a big-time goal from their leader.
Well, what they have been able to do, the Sydney Swans, and gee, they're a side you've just got to respect. Momentum's been against them, but they've managed to not just keep pace, but then get the scoring back on their terms. They've just been efficient in front of goals. 12 goals for is excellent conversion. And how many of these have we seen? I was about to say, how many of those sort of kicks have we seen? Blokes right on the limit of their kicking and just knocking them through.
It's
Parker's
such a
done it.
big thing in
Jack's
football,
done
isn't it? Goal kicking. Massive. Here's a chain. So important in footy now just to keep possession of the ball. And as Jason said earlier, goal kicking is just absolutely critical, and they're doing it from outside 50.
Well, that was Dangerfield back in the middle for the Crows getting the clearance. That's a good sign for Adelaide.
Couldn't make something of it though. McGlynn from half back to Jetta.
Franklin one out.
Talia right with him. They tie up. Talia got a fist. Mitchell. Franklin. This looks dangerous. The sidestep to get his mojo back. Oh boy. Buddy's back.
You could see it. I reckon you could see it a mile off when he was winding up on the left that he was about to sell him.
As soon as Talia went to ground, Buddy had a metre. Buddy only needs a metre because he's got a long range. Here it is. Did well, Talia. Went to ground, all over. You just know Buddy's going to get it on the left foot. Whoop, sold the pup. Got back onto the arc and kicked it through. 3 goals for Buddy. He's looked dangerous all day. When Sydney give him time and space, I don't think there's many in the comp that can go with him. Yeah. He needs to find something short, preferably, otherwise they're just going to gobble it up.
He's got Jenkins at the top of the square.
He puts it to Jenkins' advantage, although he's got 3 around him, and Richards solid in that area. Stolen back. Haven't seen him all afternoon. Good time for Eddie to pop up.
20 points is manageable. You don't want to concede a late goal here.
This is where Sydney are good. Their stoppages.
Parker again. Oh, that'll hurt. That stings. 9-11 to 14-6.
Move it on. Play on. Play on.
McGlynn caught from behind. Ducked out of it. Lucky.
Gee, Betts had him cold and just ran straight over the top. He went too high.
Tall.
Jetta. A barrel to Franklin. Couldn't quite find it. Hanbury. Franklin back again. Setting it all up to Kennedy. He wants it back again on the left. Pumps it to the square.
Big contest.
McVeigh. Douglas. McVeigh. Phenomenal.
Gee, that's disappointing, isn't it? I mean, the game's in the balance. Richie Douglas, he's a quality player. Somehow got to find a way to kill that ball.
Push out, guys.
Well, it took a pretty special mark, didn't it, though, Jace? A one-handed grab.
And this is for the biggest lead of the game. For a 31-point margin. And the Adelaide Crows are at breaking strain right now.
Moons, anything with Kerridge? We're not seeing him back out in the field.
Still haven't seen him at all, Roos, so maybe it was hell of a lot more than we thought.
Riley flicks the handball out, still fighting hard. Laird couldn't quite get his arms free. Dispossessed. Shaw, Jack, Rowan. He could go all the way home. He's got the speed. He's got the poise. It's long. It's strong. They could be home. And they're home away from home. And it is like the season has died for Adelaide in front of their home base.
I think the 19th man's died.
Absolutely. And Franklin, he has come alive.
They could punish him here with no rotation, Sydney, if they want to.
He's pumped that. Laidler, goal square, got it.
I tell you what, he's been involved in a lot of their scores, Lance Franklin. He's kicked the 3 goals himself, but it's his kicks inside 50 that have led to at least 3 or 4 more goals. And it'd be a really encouraging sign of his form, Sydney Swans. I mean, it's been a better performance by Sydney, better conditions, and certainly it's allowed Buddy to come into his own.
His first goal as a Swan. 2 games for the Cats, 24 for Carlton. Was hardly played last year by Mick Malthouse. In his second game as a Swan, kicks his first goal in that jumper, and the Sydney Swans will have their first victory of 2014.
Well, here's Buddy. We've seen him all day. He's been good. He's been dangerous. He's had some space. And a beautiful kick to a one-on-one contest at the top of the square where Laidler just got there in front of Douglas. But this has got the potential to get ugly for Adelaide. It's 41 points now. That's ugly enough, but there's 8 minutes to go. They've got no rotations left in terms of Kerridge being injured. Jenkins is out there injured. And could be another big loss.
Well, it's not a bad-looking game, is it? 9 score involvements, 3 goals to himself, 18 possessions. Been very good, Buddy Franklin, today.
Suddenly, the investment looking a little more worthwhile. Sydney Swans, their season back on track.
Yeah, well, it was 54 points last week the Crows got run over by, and as you said, Roo, now 41. Still plenty of time on the clock. This is looking ugly again.
Here's Franklin again.
Well, I don't know how Talia ended up 20 metres away unless there was a good block involved, but that hasn't worked well at all.
We spoke about the last quarters, guys, the last 2 weeks. Yeah, they've just really struggled. And Rui, I heard you talk a couple of times over the last couple of weeks about the amount of work that the Crows did over the summer, you know, doing 40, 45, 50k weeks, and they just look to be really struggling in these last quarters.
Well, you can run, but it's how you run and when you run. And
There it is.
It's hooking them both ways. Beautiful kick.
Franklin's got 3.
Well, it's turning into a big day for Buddy Franklin. His 4th goal there, 1 in every quarter. And we just saw he's been involved in a number of score involvements. So he's really starting to turn it on. Just a scrimmage there. You could see it was Lewis Roberts-Thompson that put body on Daniel Talia. That's what opened it up for Buddy Franklin. That's terrific work, unselfish work from Roberts-Thompson. He virtually took himself out of the play just to give Buddy some space.
Correction, 4 goals for Lance Franklin, 115 to 68. Sydney Swans back at the SCG for the first time next week. First time this season. North Melbourne, Fremantle, their next 2 games. And their season suddenly alive again. McGlynn to Hanbury, who's found some form. Parker, little push off. Hanbury again. Franklin still inside 50. Wanting to pounce on another. Adelaide are out of petrol tickets here. Franklin comes back hard to McGlynn. Flicks it out. Smith. Now Chesky. Long to the square. And they are putting their foot down. Cunningham. Dacked. From the top of the square. He kicked 2 goals in the opening term to set up the lead for the Sydney Swans. And you can extend it in the shadows of full time here.
Well, this will be 10 out of the last 11 goals if he kicks this, which I'm sure he will. And that's a fantastic effort by Sydney, but an ugly tale for Adelaide.
About the ticking to time on final term. The Swans players know they're home. There's always going to be a disastrous afternoon for the loser, but for the Sydney Swans, this is
good
massive.
vision. Good vision.
Jeddah opens it up. McVeigh, they are messing with Adelaide big time here. They're playing with them. Hanbury from a stand start. This is embarrassing, but it's a delight to watch for Swans fans.
When you talk about run, Roo, they strolled into the attacking 50 there with numbers. More Sydney attackers than there were Adelaide defenders, and it was a matter of who wants to kick it. Look at all the tired Adelaide players behind. He's fallen over, given it out, then he's only jogged, got the spare player, 3 on 2. See, the work rate's really fallen off for the Crows.
Absolutely. Just an all too familiar tale. We said it before half-time. It was shaping up to be a mirror of rounds 1 and 2.
Grundy to Smith to Jeddah to Cunningham.
Come on, guys. Benny, come back out. Balls.
Drives it long. Big fly, front of the spot. Pike knocked
Look
it
out.
down to Jack, and they are away. McLean to the runner. Jack. Lewis Roberts-Thompson running for him. He doesn't go the long bomb to Hanbury. He goes to Lewis Roberts-Thompson. A rolling ball. McVeigh, LRT. They are playing with them.
Look at Adelaide defenders out
In the final quarter to get their own season back on track. It's incidental now. Podsiadly's shot. And that's the tale of the day. Inaccuracy cost them, fitness cost them, but the Sydney Swans have their mojo back, and the class act that we knew they were prior to this season is now 1 win, 2 losses, and a couple of SCG games to come in the next couple of weeks. Cameron Mooney downstairs.
Thanks, Dwayne. Down here with Buddy Franklin, and Buddy, finally get your first win for the new club, mate. How does it feel?
Yeah, it's a great feeling. We knew it was going to be a tough game coming over here against Adelaide. Both teams have lost the last 2, so to come over here and win like that's very satisfying.
Individually, it takes a little bit of time to get used to the new teammates, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I'm slowly getting there though, and today was a step forward for the team and for myself, and we just look forward to playing North Melbourne next week, celebrate today and then move on.
Looked like the team really kicked into gear. It's taken obviously a few weeks to get going, but as a whole, it just looked like you really kicked in today.
Yeah, definitely. I think we gelled perfectly today. The backs, midfielders and forwards all worked together as a team and got the win.
All right, now on to a bit of the fun stuff, mate. Did you guys get told to have a little clipper during the week?
Me and Mel and Shorey came to training the other day with clip it up a bit short, so I thought I might as well follow the boys and got rid of the beard, and it worked today and we got the win.
Do you know the song yet?
Oh mate, I've been practicing during the week, so hopefully I get it right.
Good on you, mate. Good stuff.
Cheers,
Shake down the thunder from the sky.